part of this university for a long time, part of the last three
Yeah.
title runs. What's kind of the mindset going into
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to not get ahead of yourself. Kind of take it, day by day, and just focus on the first opponent you got first, and then hopefully take care of them and then move on to the next one. But yeah, I'd say day by day is probably the biggest key.
You guys have played 31 games so far. Are there any top line lessons that you can take from that body of work? In terms
Yeah.
of what you need to remember about yourselves going into this week.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the biggest things in Boise in general for any team is you got to bring your physicality. That's going to travel, and that kind of really set the tone from the get. So I think honestly, especially with the non-conference game we played, and some of the high level ones, we'll think back to the physicality that was in those types of games and try to bring that and put that on the court early.
Can you take us through just what kind of groove you get in Sacramento and
Yeah.
how that game went?
Yeah.
And just kind of how fun it was.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. It was awesome. Right before tip, coach said, just be aggressive. We were, trying a lot of new things, and the ball was popping a lot. And so, found me, and I was at the end of the receiving end of a lot of, avalanches. And, and when that happens, the guys trust me to make shots, and I got full trust in myself and coaches too. So it's good to hear that from coach, and it puts that little, all I need to hear in my mind. And so yeah, it was a great feeling though.
You crossed over 1,000 career points in that game also.
Yeah.
How much stock do you put in that kind of a milestone? Like, how proud are you of yourself?
For sure, super proud. That's something it's hard to do at the college level, and so yeah, super proud of that. Just a body of work that you got something to show for it, and so yeah, just all the hard work always works.
You also had a few other milestones. You almost got your full approach threes in a game, and you got to number 2 in threes. So you kind of talked about how special that game was.
Yeah.
To do all those other things.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was kind of like I knew they were kind of all coming up, and so. Honestly, I was like, shoot, let's just take care of it right now and get them all out the way. And so, it worked out like that. So it was great.
you guys that haven't been to Boise?
Yeah.
Are you kind of helping them to expect?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll kind of start, once we get into the, scouts and stuff, starting probably, tomorrow and all that. But, I think, physicality is obviously, number one key. And then, actually I was texting with Ray yesterday. And he was talking to me about, getting fouled is something that can really change the game. And so, some just little things like that, I've obviously been through. And then guys that are still reaching out, putting their 2 cents in. So, sharing that with the young guys and letting them know how it goes.
The offense has really opened up these past couple games. What do you attribute most to that, especially, when we're talking about that game with
Yeah.
and everything? The assist numbers are up. What do you attribute to that, I guess?
Yeah, I think, there's a sense of urgency. We're at the end of the season. We kind of got to make our push now. Kind of, no time left. So kind of that mentality with the urgency and then, trying to, make the most of what we have left. And so, I think that urgency and then, we just all got trust in each other, and our coaches got big time trust that we're going to make plays. They put us in positions to, kind of be on our own and but have reads and make reads. And, we've been working all year to get to that point. And so it's kind of just, all a culmination of all that.
What were the emotions like on senior night? I guess
Yeah.
you and Sam and Pacific, you guys have been here and filmed so much.
Yeah.
You're here. What were those emotions like?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was something that I'd be thinking about all the time. But earlier in my years, I'm like, man, that's so far away. And then the day finally comes, and you're like, shoot, man, I got to deal with this now. But yeah, no, it was super cool to have my family with me. But yeah, it was super emotional. But once you get the tip off and all that kind of emotions, they go away, and you just want to play the game. So
There's been a lot of talk about Jape's production, obviously off the bench, but Patrick's production is elevated big time too. So
for sure.
Kind of seen from him career high.
Yeah.
This game too.
Yeah, I think when you are able to space the floor with a lot of shooters like we have, and when the ball's moving like that, it allows him to get into those driving lanes and do what he's best at, getting downhill to the right. And so, we've just been, making sure he's all good and all good to go, and confidence is all good, and he's peaking at the right time.
How valuable is he going to be going to Boise, where he's going to have the biggest role he's had? He's missed the last 2 tournaments, and he didn't play a whole lot as a freshman.
Yeah.
How excited are you to see him on that stage?
I'm super excited. I think we're all super excited just to get down there and to see how we can keep this momentum going. And he's a big part of that, obviously a huge part of that.
Same record and same seed as you had going into last year. Does that give you any more confidence?
Yeah, it always does. But like I said, you try to focus on the present, stay in the moment as much as you can. But yeah, there's always that little back in your mind that it's possible. So it always gives you hope and stuff.
Seems like Chica, getting more minutes.
Yeah.
And Sam, those guys, a lot of kind of on the wing, on the elbow, a lot of kind of passing out of that.
Yeah.
How much does that kind of help your guys' offense?
It helps us a lot because when you got a lot of shooters, back cuts are something that you can play out of a lot. Especially with everyone chasing shooters out. And so it's been good to get them in the elbow and having them being able to make reads, and those are two of our best guys at making reads off of splits and all that stuff. So they've been doing a tremendous job.
Defense has been stronger too in the last couple games.
Yeah.
Is everybody buying in?
Yeah, I'd say it's everyone buying in. And I think our offense has been helping our defense a little bit. We've been getting out in transition a little bit, which means we've been getting stops on defense. That's been allowing us to get out in transition. So I think it's kind of a culmination of offense helping our defense, and then kind of everyone bought in at the same time.
Is Dylan Darling probably figuring to be like the biggest part of
for sure?
upcoming season?
Yeah, no, he's been having a hell of a year. So yeah, he's always the number one when we ever play them. So.